Okay, remember that time in your life when you say something that you regret, when you did something that you regret. Just give it a thought. Probably you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you say something or did something and you say, "Oh my God, I really regret doing that." And sometimes it's just something that takes a couple of seconds, but it changes the relationship forever. It changes the the way you talk to that person, the way you see that person, or the way that person see you, the way they used to see you. And we all had we all have had moments when we were, well, I wouldn't say moments. I think that we all have had, and some people had entire lives. Some of us, had a long period in our lives. Some people had, like, I don't know, a lot or a little amount of time. You think about it, but I think we all have been kidnapped by, or being slaves of our own emotions. The kind of people that you don't control yourself, and you say, if you're the kind of person that say, "Oh, you know what, I don't like this and I like that, and that's the way I am," you're a slave of your emotion. You have been kidnapped by your emotions. For how long? I don't know. You think about it, you know very well. If you don't want to accept for how long, or if you don't want to accept that you are, that's your problem. But that's a fact. And if you wanna get better, if you wanna get rid of it and be better at controlling, and you being the one that controls your emotions and your behavior, instead of being your emotions that control your behavior, the way you are, your presence, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you react, the way you act, the way you think, the way you adapt to things, the way you approach changes, the way you approach challenges, the way you approach school, family. Well, then you have to be first. We have to accept that, if we haven't worked on it, we are if you haven't never even thought about it, I can tell you pretty much you're a slave of your emotions. So one of the important things that I like to pay attention to when I see interviews of people on TV, especially when we're talking about athletes, because it's very athletes and artists. I will say it could be singers, famous people, but I think it's more common. It's more noticeable probably in athletes. It's analyzing their emotions and see. Okay, I always think when you are asked something, when you have to do something, when you have to face a challenge, don't whatever your reaction is going to be to anything that happens in your life, even when it's a very simple thing as, okay, I'm sitting at the table and I forgot to grab my cup of water and I left it, you know or my bottle of water is in the fridge, and oh my God, I had to get up and get it. See, even that is it's a little thing, not very important. That's an emotion, the emotion of, oh God, I forgot that stupid thing, now I gotta go get it. And for some people, that emotion, it's a lot of stress, and that is a trigger for a lot of, it could be the trigger for more stuff going on. Oh, I gotta get up to that. And then one of your brothers or someone at the table says something, just joking, but you don't like it because you're kind of pissed about it, and you take it the wrong way. So don't be your emotions. Be aware of them. Be aware of what's coming. Be aware of what you can trigger, of how it can escalate. You know, um, Many times, uh, it is very easy to notice when people wear their emotions on their sleeves. It's people that react, usually people that do a lot of drama, people that sometimes people that are very, when you get stressed very easily, that means that you're letting your emotions, you're wearing them all the time. You're thinking about it. You breathe and you feed yourself with them. So you want to feel more like, you want to be the kind of person more like, okay, Be aware of your emotions. Be conscious of what's going on. Be conscious of what's coming. Be conscious of the situation that you are in the moment, and what that can create. Don't let the emotions control you. Don't let the emotions be the one thing that is going to dictate how you talk to other people, how you react, how you're gonna live, when you are going to happy, when you are going to be sad, when you are going to feel guilty, when are you going to be stressed. I mean, emotions is a very cruel and brutal boss, let's say, because once it gets a hold of you, it's not gonna let you go. It's very easy to shake it off, and it's gonna use you. I mean, you're gonna feel like you feel powerless. You feel powerless, and you just feel like you don't know, like you have no control of how you're going to react to most situations, or to many situations, especially situations that are new, situations that are challenging, situations that get you off your comfort zone. The one thing that the one thing the only I would say the one thing that you want to really pay attention to, if you want to be the kind of person that you can have emotions, but even when you have it, you can control them, which is going to happen in the beginning. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have them. It's just going to mean that you're going to start the way you created your emotions, repeating them over and over and over, the way you felt under certain situations. It's the same way exactly how you're going to undo it. And in the beginning, you're still going to have those emotions. You're just not going to act. That is the difference. Don't be too hard on yourself, thinking, oh well, I still feel that way, and I feel like I feel like I have no control because I have the emotions, but even though I'm not acting, or no, I'm not reacting the way I used to, but I still have the emotions. Well, it takes a while not to have those emotions. It takes a while not to have the emotions that have been in you for how long years? For how many years? I mean, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more years. So they're not going to go away just in a matter of, okay, 2 months or 9 months or 1 year. I mean, most of the things that I talk about are things that are going to be, they're going to take a while. They're going to take a while, and they're going to require hard work. Hard work meaning you're just gonna have to repeat it over and over and remember what you're doing, remember what you're practicing. Okay, but instead of thinking that it's gonna take a while and it's gonna be hard work, you just have to relax. Don't think about it. Just relax and just stick to it. Think better, more. Think about, okay, what is it gonna get me?